Coffee, KOFY, Stereo TV 20, San Francisco.
It's so good to be able to get together with you to watch one of my favorite horror films from the And That Video series. And we're going to watch it together. So I want you to get set. Igor, tell the folks the name of this monster flick. Yeah. That's the one. Good boy, Igor.
Last time on Cinema Insomnia.
Mr. Lobo is not ready. It says here that I'm going to need a test subject. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. We're just going to roll right back into the atomic brain while we set up for another brain transference experiment, the first ever on live television. This is a historic broadcast, fake Jan in the pan. We're going to take your little female brain and put it into the body of the test subject. No, not the girl. Bartholomew Aloysius Archimedes von Puss.
Let me die.
Oh, stay tuned for the national anthem. Thank you for watching Insomniac Theater. Ooh, shiny.
You are under my power. Look into the hypnotic eye. Time now to enter Mr. Lobo's domain. Look out! Open your mind to the possibility that they're not bad movies, just misunderstood. You're not dreaming. You're watching Cinema Insomnia. You're not dreaming. You're watching Cinema Insomnia. Tonight, we bring you a head-spinning, spine-chilling, stomach-churning horror film through the miracle process of, blood-o-vision. Be sure to pick up your blood-o-vision glasses on specially marked containers of Pussin' Whippin' cat food topping from the makers of Horsin' Milkin'. During the really scary scenes, the crimson lenses will either enhance or detract from the terror. Results may vary. I'm your horror host, Mr. Lobo. And this is my lovely fright attendant, Miss Mittens. And ready or not, on this gloomy, doomy, and altogether boomy, stormy night, we are bringing these proceedings back to basics. You may remember this classic on old Creature Features broadcasts. Oh, not you, Miss Mittens, you're too tender in years. In the tradition of brainless features like Donovan's Brain, The Head, The Brain That Wouldn't Die, and They Saved Hitler's Brain, comes a disembodied story of post-war Nazi scientist and family man, Dr. Rupert Nornberg, no relation to O.J. Simpson, secretly trying to reanimate freeze-dried soldiers from the Third Reich from a hidden lab underneath his castle in the English countryside with his creepy assistant, Carl. He can restore their bodies, but not their minds. And he needs to study live, fresh brains to successfully thaw their army as the top brass eagles are turning up the heat. Dana Science Fiction Double Feature Andrews passes this one with lots of skills. Excuse me. Insincere apologies for interrupting, Lobo. Our sponsor, Puss and Whippin', is not happy with the numbers you're pulling in. Flip, show him the numbers. Thanks, Flip. Flip Floppington, our head of marketing. He knows his stuff. The data also shows that the movie you're showing is not likely to appeal to our target demographic. I thought traditional demographics were outdated. It doesn't matter how old, young, smart, dumb, or how melanin rich or poor they are. Communities are the thing now. And our entire community of viewers like misunderstood movies on a Saturday night. The only thing that matters is what the sponsor wants, okay? Your fans seem like unhappy shut-ins. They gotta have loads of cats. Hey! I'm assigning a new executive producer for the episode. Huey. He's a good boy.
The mighty Huey, the cat crypto billionaire playboy on the cover of Forbes magazine. The mighty Huey, the centerfold of this month's Cat Fancy.
Cat? I thought you said he was a good boy. Now, don't upset him. He's our new investor. Him? All cats are girls, and all dogs are boys.
No, check your pronouns, Pops.
Miss Bloodsugar, I don't know what fantasy world you live in, but I know my science, all right? Also, how does someone of your generation have so many darn magazines anyway?
I buy them ironically.
You better wake up, Lobo. Lose the blood-o-vision, all right? Cats hate wearing glasses and can't perceive the color red. Do some sort of immersive cat-o-vision thing. I can't believe this. I mean, we're at least changing the movie, right? Something with more cat appeal? Cat from Outer Space, or Shakespeare's Cat? Cat of Nine Tails? Heathcliff Goes Bananas? Heathcliff Goes Gorilla Sticks? Apocalypse Meow? No, the movie stays. Huey likes the movie. Apparently the reason cats run into the kitchen when you open the fridge is because they're looking for frozen Nazis. Cats hate Nazis. Also, this film is a little bit, well, as you would say, misunderstood. Cat-o-vision should keep them engaged. Great. What in the world is cat-o-vision?
If cats don't see the color red.
You'll figure it out. And look what the cat dragged in.
You're lucky I dropped in. You're not really an animal person.
I'm not. I've got a baboon heart, and I'm a recovered werewolf. Cinema Insomnia and Puss and Whippin', extra creamy cat food topping, proudly present, under the watchful eye of upper management and our new executive producer, Hubert.
That's Huey, the mighty Huey. Don't mess up his name.
Mighty Huey, the post-war shocker that'll give you those goose-step goosebumps that cats crave. They're frozen dead in cat-o-vision, whatever that is.
I've got an idea.
And?
Hush!
Oh, Carl, there you are. Come here. Are you sure General Lubeck said he would be here at 9 o'clock?
Yes, Doctor?
It's no more than 40 minutes from London Airport. He should have been here 10 minutes ago.
Perhaps he forgot to adjust his watch when he left Berlin.
Well, that's not likely. No one is more exacting than our ex-general. Oh, Carl, the temperature, please.
19.5, Doctor. Miller is still frozen solid. Shall I level it off until the general arrives?
When an organism starts to defrost, it cannot be refrozen without destroying the cells. You know that.
But Miller has been frozen for over 20 years, ever since the war ended.
2010, 1 year. The principle governing the decomposition of an organism still applies. You ought to know that by now.
21.9, rising rapidly.
You better prepare the contacts.
Contacts ready.
And the leads.
Leads are in order.
And power.
Power ready.
Ah. But I'm not ready. I can't understand this sudden request of Lubeck to see us revive one of the frozen bodies. I'm afraid at best Miller will turn out like one of those 7 failures.
You call Joseph a failure?
Well, he's certainly not a success. Ah. So it was you who reported to Berlin I was ready.
Reported?
Don't pretend surprise, Carl. I've known of your monthly reports to Berlin ever since Lubeck made you my assistant when the war ended.
I was obeying orders.
And all of us Germans know how to do that, don't we?
Perhaps living here in London has changed your attitude toward the party.
Oh, I'm as good a Nazi as I was 25 years ago.
I'm sure you would never think of betraying the party. 95 degrees, Doctor.
Then we can't wait. As soon as the body reaches normal temperature, place it on the table and attach the contacts.
Jawohl, Herr Doctor.
Hi.
Chilling English weather.
Dr. Norberg has certainly found a suitable place for his experiments.
Dr. Norberg is expecting General Lubeck and myself.
That's your Catavision? Psst, psst. What are you, a can of deodorant?
No, because if I were, I'd be trying to get your attention. Because you smell bad. Comic-Con bad.
Yes, I get it. Look, don't forget who signs your sign card. Signs your time card.
Yeah, because that's so important to an unpaid intern. I didn't see you come up with anything for Catavision. Let's just hope our feline viewers appreciate it. Cinema Insomnia will be right back.
Hey, that's my line. What, come for the anecdote, stay for the mail sack? I don't know. But we're going to see what's in our mail sack come intermission. Hopefully something good. Hopefully something at all. And then we'll have another anecdote about the other movie. And now, I think it's time. You know what time that is. The Insomniac Oath. Please assume the position like this. Pinkies up. Repeat after Mr. Lobo. I, as an initiated member of the Sleepless Nights of Insomnia, do solemnly swear to watch the movie, the whole movie, and nothing but the movie, so help me, Mr. Lobo. Oh, God, that actually really hurt that time. I must be getting tired. Anyway, and now, Mr. Lobo's Cinema Insomnia fan group watch party.
9 Lives presents Morris.
Ready for a boat ride, Morris?
I wouldn't trust that thing in the bathtub.
We'll eat on board.
Sinking ships affect my appetite.
Oh, don't be finicky. I brought 9 lives.
I can't let her sail that thing alone.
Tuna and chicken or seafood platter.
9 Lives seafood platter. Anchors away.
9 Lives. Nutritious foods cats really like. Even Morris.
I'd walk the plank for 9 Lives.
Oh, Mr. Biscuits came back.
I never hit ass.
You never hit him. That's good. Don't hit Mr. Biscuits. That's a bad idea. Good advice for everybody.
I never hit him.
Don't hit your cat. A PSA. Right? Don't hit cats, right?
I never hit your cat.
Yeah, never hit your cat. It's bad.
Yeah. It's bad. Hit.
Good advice. All systems. Go.
This has been a public service announcement from the National Bureau of Domestic Feline Affairs.
My name is Zunar J5/9 Doric 47.
Get me the Pentagon. Red priority.
You're a cat.
He's the cat from outer space. You're serious?
I'm serious.
While you and I are talking this very minute, some slimy, green-headed, 12-legged creep could be crawling into the White House.
You're trying to tell me that your little pussycat came from another planet, from another galaxy, in a spacecraft and landed right here on Earth.
We're up against genius.
I gotta tell you something, pal. It's dumb. Very dumb.
Ken Berry. McLean Stevenson.
Now that's dumb. Holy cow.
Sandy Duncan. It's a spacey comedy that'll boggle your mind.
It is mind-boggling. The man who owns the secret of this device could control the universe.
You are under arrest.
And the pussycat, General.
And a pussycat.
He's got his paws on the power.
The power that cat possesses is awesome.
You betcha, Charlie. And if you know what's good for you, you'll land this thing and let Lucy Bellamy...
Quiet.
Okay.
Who's flying that plane?
Walt Disney Productions, The Cat from Outer Space.
I'm serious.
I'm going to have to ask you all, as I have in the past, to take the Insomniac's oath. Please assume the position. Repeat after Mr. Lobo. I,
As initiated member.
As an initiated member
Of the Sleepless Nights of Insomnia. Do solemnly swear. To watch the movie. The whole movie. And nothing but the movie. So help me, Mr. Lobo. You may stand down.
Tonight's feature is deliberately paced, depicts rotten Germans in an unflattering light, and may not have enough cat appeal to satisfy our sponsor and assigned cat producer, HUEY.
That's Huey. He's famous. You don't like cats, do you?
Miss Mittens can't stand them, okay? But I respect their right to exist, if that's what you mean. You know, we do have a cat here in the studio.
Really?
Yes, really. She's hiding. Very elusive animal. We'll try to smoke out Bartholomew later.
Bartholomew's is she?
All cats are females. We've gone over this. Look, we've got bigger kittens to fry right now. Catovision may not be enough to keep our feline friends attentive for the duration of tonight's film. Mr. Lobo feels that we must also get everyone's cats to somehow take the Insomniac's oath. Maybe perhaps you Cinsomniacs at home can gather your cats and face them toward the screen, maybe hold open their eyes if you can avoid getting scratched. Please assume the position and repeat after Mr. Lobo. I,
Mew.
as an initiated member
Mew.
of the Sleepless Nights of Insomnia.
Mew.
What are you doing?
I'm translating.
Please don't. Do solemnly swear to watch the movie, the whole movie, and nothing but the movie, so help me, Mr. Lobo. You may stand down. And now, back to Dana You're No Gregory Peck Andrews in reel 2 of Der Frozen Dead in Catovision.
Come in, gentlemen.
How nice to see you, Herr Doctor, after all these years. I'm happy to see you, General. Herr Dr. Norbert, Herr Tirpitz. How do you do? Well, this is Carl Essen, my assistant.
Herr Tirpitz, General Lubeck. Dr. Norberg, the band is too loose.
Come. Fine.
I believe we are ready.
In a moment. Start the power. Double it. Every 2 minutes, Carl, as we rehearsed it.
Right, Doctor.
It will take a little time, General, before we are ready. I've waited 20 years for this moment. Oh, I can't tell you what it means to me and the party. I have a good idea. Your achievement will mean the revival of over 1,500 of the elite of the Nazi party who had been frozen and hidden away all these years in caves, mostly in Germany, but also in France and even in Egypt. 1,500? When the war ended, we Nazis of the elite level didn't have much of a choice. We could stay and face the war crimes courts, or flee like Adolf Eichmann. We could do away with ourselves. Or finally, take a chance with your method of preservation, to be restored to full capacity at the right time. Did they do this voluntarily? Oh, yes. Everything was explained to them. And that proves my faith in you, Herr Doctor. While we are waiting, may I show Captain Tirpitz the other 3 VIPs who are still to be revived? Certainly, General. Come this way, please. swindler. They haven't aged a day in 20 years. That's more than we can say.
Those three and Miller are all that's left of the dozen that you so generously provided.
As well as the money for your experiments, the expense for this English castle, your niece's education. But the stakes are tremendous and worth every penny of it.
But do you know that one has not survived? And 7 are mental cases.
But what of your recent defrosting success?
If you are speaking of Joseph, judge for yourself. To revive a body is one thing. I've done that. But reviving a brain so that it functions normally, that's another and still unsolved problem.
You mean that it was Joseph who was recently defrosted?
Yes. Well, he was frozen accidentally. Joseph was trapped in the freezer for 12 hours. I discovered him and I revived him physically. But I failed to restore his mind.
But Essen reported...
Essen's report is premature and incorrect.
Are you saying that you have not restored anyone ever to normality?
Precisely. But I will, with time.
But there is no more time. We need our leaders now, immediately.
Well, I warned you, General, 20 years ago, when you asked me to freeze the dozen, that it might take years to duplicate what I had done in restoring frozen frogs and snakes and fishes. The brain is the big problem. I will try to explain to you. Oh, Carl.
Yes?
Keep an eye on the temperature and call me when Miller is ready.
Jawohl, Herr Doktor.
Come with me, gentlemen.
Come in, gentlemen.
You want some treat?
There they are.
Why do you keep them? So useless.
I'm still a scientist. Who knows? My next attempt may bring me closer to the answer.
The answer to what?
The brain has many functions, as you know. One is storing millions of facts, associations, and habits in I'll call it a memory bank, with millions of tiny deposit boxes. I have been seeking the critical microscopic spot in the brain which will set the whole memory bank in operation. I have only been successful in opening one deposit box which holds one particular memory. This was my first case. I touched the moment of memory in his childhood when he must have been deprived of something and cried bitterly for it. This man never tires of bouncing the ball.
I killed him! I tried to warn us!
He's chained.
This is your brother, isn't it, Herr Doctor?
Yes.
Incredible how young he looks. I remember him when he was Himmler's own doctor. Always so proper and correct.
And now he is quite violent. Look at him. Only 25 years old, and the X-90. He has seen old age and deposited that memory in one of his many deposit boxes. Gentlemen, our patient may be ready now.
Miss Minton says this movie sucks. At least I hope the cats liked my bit.
Well, let's just see how our test subjects are responding to your cat-o-vision segments. Let's see here. This one never woke up from their nap. This one just keeps licking the same spot over and over and over. Oh! This one keeps trying to turn off the show with the remote control.
A cat is using a remote control?
Who said these were our cat viewers?
Ew.
Oh, our commercial break is ready. Put this in your mental deposit box. Cinema Insomnia. We'll be right back.
When I get up, I'll watch more Cinema Insomnia. Till then, do not disturb.
Like you, I love to shred. But even a hardcore skateboarder like myself slams sometimes. Have you been injured in a skateboard or skateboard-related accident while grinding, thrashing, or catching wicked air, neck, or back injuries? Road rash, hippers, split kneecaps, lost shoes? I can help. I'm on your side. I'm Rad Abrams, skateboard attorney.
Dude, Rad Abrams got me $78 and he got me a beer.
That's right. I'll even get you beer. And remember, there's no fee until we win. Let Rad Abrams hook you up.
Don't delay. Call Rad Abrams and Associates today. Look for our ad in Pleasure Magazine.
Later days, dudes.
It's 10 p.m. somewhere in the world. Do you know where your cats are? This has been a public service announcement from the National Bureau of Domestic Feline Affairs.
Here's the entertainment event of the year, featuring the greatest cast, cats ever assembled. From Walt Disney Productions.
Naturellement, the Aristocats.
We shall fly to Paris on a magic carpet. Just we two.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Oh, yes, Monsieur O'Malley. These are my children.
Oh, how sweet.
The Aristocats. About a family of Aristocats who were catnapped and learn to make the feline scene on both sides of the alley.
Now, you go for the tires, and I'll go right for the seat of the problem.
How come you always grab the tender part for yourself?
Another entertainment milestone, uniquely Disney.
Everybody! Everybody! Everybody!
Everyone can swing to the beat of this imaginative entertainment happening with an Aristocatic flair for fun.
Everybody! Everybody! Everybody wants to be!
Walt Disney Productions, The Aristocats.
Groovy, Mama, groovy!
You're not dreaming, you're watching Cinema Insomnia.
If this show is going to appeal to felines, maybe we need a host who really, really, really loves cats. Perhaps a less stoic, more feminine touch.
What are you driving at? I mean, you're usually saying that Mr. Lobo's too feminine. I mean, you've got the bedside manner of Edward Scissorhands.
Fair. So tell me about this so-called cat of yours.
It's a very, very, very senior feral cat from behind the dumpsters that we coaxed inside the studio back when the show was called Insomniac Theater. She hides in the walls, and sometimes you can hear her crawling through the ceiling, and only comes out to eat and make boom booms and whizzle in her litter box.
Sounds like me.
You know, you want to paint Mr. Lobo as some kind of animal hater, but it's Miss Mittens who's the one who hates cats. I mean, ever since the incident.
Wait, you never see her?
We hear her yowl sometimes, mostly at night. We just keep expecting her to pass away. I mean, it's been decades. Maybe she's some kind of zombie ghost cat or something because she just keeps soldiering on and on. We're just trying to keep her comfortable in her platinum years. So Mr. Lobo just keeps filling the bowls and scooping the boxes.
Oh, you're this cat's daddy.
I did not sire this animal, okay? I'm the pet's owner. By default, I suppose. Is I hear you? Isn't that right? Isn't that right, Barfy Puss? Psst, 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 psst. Come on out, Barfy Puss. Oh, maybe put some of this pussin' whippin' on top of this can of Whiskas. Then maybe she'll come out. See, Mr. Lobo does know a thing or two about pleasing felines and sponsors. Hopefully, we'll be able to please our taskmasters enough to keep our miserable jobs. And speaking of miserable jobs, Dr. Nornberg's bosses have shown up and are breathing down his neck, pushing for results. And co-worker Carl has been tattling on him, and he's surrounded by dummkopfs.
I hear that.
As Cinema Insomnia presents Reel 3 of They're Frozen Dead.
In Catovision.
He's breathing. Is everything ready?
Yes.
What is his temperature?
98.4.
His pulse?
68.
His blood pressure?
120/80.
Good. Just relax, gentlemen. His mind now is a complete blank. Turn on the power, Carl.
Oh, Elsa, it's wonderful being home after 2 years. Wait until you see the look of surprise on Uncle's face when he sees me. He thinks I won't be finished with school until next week. I wish you told him about me. Don't be silly. Any friend of mine's perfectly welcome. You'll love him.
Hi.
Hello? Hello? Joseph, how are you? This is Elsa Tenney, a friend from America who's going to stay with us. Joseph. It's me, Jean. Will you bring in the baggage? Joseph.
See who that is, Carl. You'd better go see what's going on upstairs, Carl.
Yes, sir.
Here, Eston will go with you, Joseph.
you expecting anyone at this hour?
No, not tonight.
Where's your niece?
Well, she's in America, taking her master's degree.
She's still interested in your work?
If you are speaking of my work at the party, she knows nothing of it. She doesn't even know I belong to it. All she knows is my interest and work in the repair of vital organs.
I was just curious.
May I proceed now?
By all means.
I will reach the membrane momentarily.
Soon we'll know. Jean has arrived.
Fool barging in like that. Anything wrong?
Possible brain injury. Oxygen, Carl.
What happened?
Oh, my hand slipped. And...
Yes?
I may have torn the brain tissue.
Fatally?
General, nothing is more delicate or complex than the human brain. That's why I needed more time.
You are a blundering fool, Essen. Miller was a young genius.
It was a mistake, General. I did not mean it.
There is no room for mistakes.
Carl, you know that my niece had orders never to come down to my laboratory.
She had not been home in over a year. She was so eager to see you. I felt she may have forgotten.
Never. She knows nothing of my work.
And just what does she know?
I told you. Only what the medical profession knows. That I'm a surgeon who is able to freeze vital organs which are morbid, operate on them, and repair them. That is all.
It's a wonderful cover you have established, Doctor.
Thank you.
What about Miller?
I'm afraid Miller is gone.
Just like that?
Just like that.
What can I do to help, Herr Doctor? Is there anything you require?
Yes. The impossible. A live brain. One I can study and experiment with.
Where would you get that?
You need a head. I could get you one.
No, Carl, forget your friends at the morgue. A brain without oxygen for 5 minutes begins to decompose. It's not like an arm or a leg.
Have you something in mind?
Yes. I plan to keep an ape's head alive. I will remove the skull and replace it with one that is plastic and transparent. Then I can study the brain's functions in detail. Perhaps I will find my answers there. And I have invited the American doctor, Ted Roberts, to visit me here. He's arriving tomorrow.
Roberts. Isn't that the young scientist who recently duplicated the Russian feat of severing a dog's head from its body and keeping it alive?
Yes. His knowledge and experience would save me a great deal of time. But don't worry, General. You will not learn anything of our real work here.
Could we not use Miller's head?
No, Carl. It's been damaged. You will just take care of him and dispose of that uniform as well.
Yes, Doctor. Tonight, when everyone is asleep.
Now, gentlemen, may I introduce you to my niece.
And apparently, it's Bring Your Niece to Mad Science Work Day. Rupert just ruptured the best brains in the entire castle. Excuse me. Catovision is not cutting it? Give us a chance, okay? It's still in development. What do you mean, don't raise my voice? It's upsetting to cats. I'm not yelling. This is just how I talk. This is getting out of hand. Mr. Lobo might be losing control of the show.
What do you mean, might?
Hey!
Cinema Insomnia will be right back.
Cats already enjoy Felix. Come on, don't let your cat miss out.
It's 10 p.m. somewhere in the world. Do you know where your cats are? This has been a public service announcement from the National Bureau of Domestic Feline Affairs.
Sir Philip is a discerning, sophisticated, and very fancy lad. He won't settle for second best. Sir Philip, I made your favorites. It's a nice, big brick.
God, what a moron. How dare you waste my valuable time? I won't eat that.
But look, it's topped with extra creamy Puss and Whippin' topping.
Finally, this is a worthy feast for my superior palate.
Even the most finicky cats will love Puss and Whippin'. Almost as much as they hate you.
You know I'm going to kill you last, right?
Huey is not amused. He's ripped up all the furniture in the conference room and tipped the water cooler out the window. You need to stop misgendering him. All cats are not female. This country has gone to hell. I mean, let's just ignore basic science and common sense. I mean, so now we're just supposed to let everyone define themselves on their own terms and respect their individual values? Mr. Lobo is still the host of the show. About that. No. We're thinking it may be time for a new host. Someone with more feline appeal. We have a contract. You can't have Cinema Insomnia without Mr. Lobo. The Cinsomniacs would riot. Since when have franchises cared about what their core fans want? We need to do what's best for our corporate interests, and for now, that's kowtowing, or cat-towing to our sponsors and pandering to our target communities, kitties.
What are you doing?
Yes, what are you doing? I have a lawyer on retainer. Promotional consideration in exchange for late night advertising time. Abacus.
Abacus responding.
Conference mode 101D. Call Rad Abrams and put him on screen now.
Isn't he a skateboard attorney?
What is the meaning of this, Lobo? We have a contract, and if you're going to make changes to my show, I want my lawyer present.
Mr. Lobo, hold on.
Rad? We need a lawyer. Is Rad there?
I'm ready to proceed. But I'm not a cat. I'm Rad Abrams, skateboard attorney. Have you been injured in a skateboard or a skateboard-related accident?
Rad? Mr. Lobo needs legal counsel. Remember I had you look over my contract with the network?
No skateboards? No problem. I know the law, and I know how to help you break it. Have you tripped on a high curb?
Why are you a cat?
Sorry, one of my clients got in here and messed with the computer and put on some bogus filter, but it seems to be stuck.
The show's in serious trouble. They're threatening to take the show away from me, from us. Can you talk to Smithy? I can't take him seriously looking like that. Mr. Abrams just needs a moment, okay? Just a moment to troubleshoot the video setup. Let's pick this up after the next reel of tonight's movie, Der Frozen Dead.
In Catovision.
Your Honor, I object.
Mailbag, wake up. Quickly, Doctor, you must come with me.
What is it, Carl?
An emergency in your lab.
An accident?
Yes. Please hurry. We only have 4 minutes left.
4 minutes? 4 minutes for what?
I will tell you later. Hurry.
Who is she? What is he doing here free?
She is a friend of Jean's. I heard a noise and came down just as he finished strangling her. Doctor, there is your live head. You only have about 2 or 3 minutes left.
Oh, this is impossible, Carl. This is murder. It has to be reported.
Would you want the police snooping around? Time is slipping by her, Doctor. Soon her brain will deteriorate.
I can't.
What do you think General Lubeck would say if he knew you had this opportunity and rejected it?
All right, so I go ahead. What am I going to tell Jean about the disappearance of her friend?
Tell her that her friend did not like the place. That she left a note saying she would leave here by the 6 o'clock train in the morning. Well?
Chain him up. And I will need your help, Carl. Hurry.
sir?
I would like a ticket to London, please.
Return ticket, sir?
No, only one way. This was a young lady. She does not seem to like our place.
I'll get your ticket, sir.
Thank you.
No, thank you, Joseph.
Uncle, Elsa's disappeared. Her things are gone.
Oh, yes, Jean. She left this morning. She asked Carl to take her to the station.
She left.
Oh, she gave Carl a note for you.
She says she's catching the 6 o'clock train and will call me from London. Why should she suddenly go to London? I don't understand it.
Why don't you wait for her to call? I'm sure she will explain it all to you.
Oh, Carl.
Yes, Miss Jean?
Did my friend say why she was leaving?
No, except she seemed most anxious to go. She bought a one-way ticket to London. That is, I bought it for her at her request and put her and her 2 pieces of luggage on the train.
2 pieces?
Mm-hmm, 2 pieces. She is onto something.
Nonsense, Carl. Naturally, she is upset, of course.
Doctor, we must not let her find out about anything.
She won't.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Roberts.
Ah, yes. Dr. Norberg expects you. I am Carl Essen, his assistant. Come in, please.
Thank you.
I will take it.
Oh, thank you.
Dr. Norberg is in his laboratory. Why don't I show you to the guest room, where you can freshen up and relax?
That'll be fine.
Are we back already? Sorry, everyone. We're still trying to hash things out.
My abilities to take this crazy filter off, notwithstanding. The fact of the matter is, my client's name is synonymous with the series. In fact, his name is in the title.
Well, ratings are at an all-time low. We have a right to protect our corporate interests. Flip can prove the damages caused by your client. Flip, show them the numbers. Thanks, Flip. We're actually considering changing the name of the show. Maybe we should get Huey in on this conversation.
Huey? The cat. Isn't this bit ridiculous enough?
The mighty Huey? A cat crypto tycoon? Legitimate business owner? And gentleman gambler? I think we could have a conflict of interest. You see, I'm representing Huey in another case.
You have a cat as a client? Excuse me. This is going nowhere. What the hell is going on here?
Hey, you're still on the air.
Sorry to bring all this drama to the proceedings. Why don't we take a short break?
Like, I love to shred, but even a hardcore skate punk like myself eats it sometimes.
I was hella f***ed up. I was tripping balls.
Even if you were hella f***ed up or tripping on balls, I can help. I'm not a cat, But I can even help you get catnip. I'm Rad Abrams, skateboard attorney.
Brad was so cool. He got me off when I ollied that lady's baby, and he got me these Tide Pods.
What in the hell does he want these for?
Yo, Internet.
Don't delay. Call Rad Abrams and Associates today. Look for our ad in Pressure Magazine.
Follow me on Instagram. Later days, dudes.
Hi, this is Blick, and you're watching Cinema Insomnia.
It's now time to thaw out and revive our snack bar segment with a frisky treat based on tonight's movie. Mr. Lobo is here with Sally, the zombie cheerleader.
Hi.
However, German food is terrible, of course, so we'll just save the beer and monkey schnitzel for another time.
Well, what about the fleshy schnitzel?
Well, we also have to tie this in with cats somehow.
Well, cats like flesh. I mean, if you died on the couch, a cat would eat your face off in no time because you're dead.
Okay. So in an effort to please our sponsors, I looked up post-war cat recipes and find a hard time finding anything appropriate. I mean, there were quite a few old world dishes that were, well, let's say fascinating. I guess I should have phrased it post-war recipes for cats. Anyway, it's like the French say, different strokes for different folks. Anyway, the most famous and most well-fed cat, Garfield, was famously famous for eating lasagna famously.
Oh, and hating Mondays, too.
So Mr. Lobo, with no formal veterinary training, is going to attempt to make a meal that real non-cartoon cats can eat with minimal discomfort. We're calling it Mr. Lobo's Frozen Cat Food Lasagna. All you will need for this is a lasagna pan, lasagna noodles cooked in chicken broth, and of course some cans of various cat foods like Friskies and Wispies and Snickers.
13.5 lives.
14.5 lives.
Fancy Beast.
Temptations, Four Tops. You know the brands.
You tempted? Are you tempted?
Just a little bit tempted. Gather these items and start to boil your noodles during the next reel of tonight's movie, Der Frozen Dead.
Or just hide under your bed.
In here. Oh, thank you. Would you tell the doctor I've arrived?
Of course.
Can I help you?
Who are you?
I'm a guest of Dr. Norberg's. I hope I wasn't interrupting you.
You weren't.
Oh, please. If you haven't finished your, whatever it is one does under a bed, I'll come back later.
It's all yours.
Still functioning.
It's alive.
What about the body?
Buried.
Very well. I'm bringing Dr. Roberts down later to see the laboratory.
Down here? What about?
Keep the cabinet locked.
If it weren't for your brilliant papers on the subject of keeping vital organs alive, I don't think I would have been able to take my first steps in that direction.
There is no reason to be so modest, Dr. Roberts. Oh, by the way, my niece asked you to excuse her. She will not be down for dinner tonight.
Oh, I hope I didn't offend her.
No. She is unduly upset by a girlfriend of hers who departed suddenly for London this morning. It's nothing important. Would you like to see my laboratory before dinner?
I would indeed.
Come over here. These organs have been alive for over a year. The heart receives nourishment through this tube, which carries oxygen, glucose, and whole blood. The waste matter comes out through here, this tube. The same process applies to the liver and the kidney.
That's good.
But these organs are small in comparison to what you have been working with, Doctor. To keep a head alive for a long period, that's what I call a real achievement.
As I told you, it was simple once you pointed the way.
I have something very interesting to show you. Come over here. Carl, please.
But, Doctor...
The curtain, Carl. Examine them, Doctor.
The pulse is normal.
Watch number 4.
That's amazing.
You see, just as the brain sends impulses to its arms and fingers, I send electrical impulses to the same muscles in the arm. And they respond just as if the brain had dictated the movements to them.
It's very interesting. You've not written anything about this, have you, Doctor?
No, I prefer to keep it a secret for the present. I have another theory I would like to explore first. We will discuss the possibilities further at dinner.
Top secret, eh?
No, just an old habit. No one comes down here but Carl. I suppose I really do it to keep my niece out. I never discuss my work with her, or even in her presence.
I understand. It's top secret with me, too. Do you think she'll join us for dinner?
Possibly. Oh, gee.
Uncle, look at this.
What is it?
It's a button. I found it upstairs under Elsa's... Oh.
Oh, Dr. Roberts, this is my niece, Jean Norberg.
Yes, I've had the pleasure of meeting Miss Norberg.
Uncle, this is very important.
Your pardon?
Yes, the button. It's a button off Elsa's suit. She wouldn't just leave it anywhere.
Jean, you are bent on making a big case out of her innocent departure, aren't you? Couldn't she have lost this button from her suit and not realized it? Or possibly she was in a big hurry to catch the early morning train to London and didn't want to make a big to-do about it. After all, there is her note and Carl's statement. What more do you want?
Excuse me. May I see that button?
Certainly.
Did your friend have 3 buttons like this on a floppy hat?
Why, yes.
Well, I bumped into her as I was getting off the train. She seemed to be in an awful hurry to get on board.
Was she carrying any baggage?
I'm not sure.
Well, Jean, I'm sorry.
While Dr. Norberg is serving up head cheese as a box dinner.
We're back!
And we're ready to make Mr. Lobo's frozen cat food lasagna. Now layer your noodles, firstly, on the bottom of the pan. This is the #1 thing to do. Put your noodles there.
Are they catnip flavored?
Well, we cook them in chicken broth, so that
chicken flavored.
I feel like cats, the natural enemy is a chicken, right?
That's right. So. Especially if he gives expired coupons. That's terrible.
All right, so we have 1 layer of noodles, quite simply. And then we add a layer of canned cat food. So Sally is putting, is that what it really looks like? Putting some wet food, I should say, on these. Yeah, boy, is that how it smells?
Yeah, it kind of smells familiar.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that's decomp, Sally.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I could get into this.
So we put on the wet cat food, and then we add some dry treats. Why don't you put that down? Put that down.
I got
some dry treats next. Now, you may want to avoid pasta sauce, as it may have onions and garlic. And you also want to avoid cheese, because cats are actually lactose intolerant. In place of the cheese, we're going to be putting some Puss and... easy, down. We're going to be putting some Puss and Whippin' non-dairy topping made from horse and tallow. It's all natural, of course.
I don't know why, but you're sure you don't need me to...
No, this goes down here. Yeah, there you go. All right, so then we repeat these layers with another stratum of noodles, like so.
You know, if this is not made with fleshies, I don't know what is. Maybe one fell in the vat down
That smell is making me woozy. I'm sorry.
So if anybody's missing a fleshie that used to work at a cat food
production
company...
Quite simply separate these.
They taste great.
Okay. And get a third.
Wait,
you just got to separate, like it's kind of like opening a bag of chips, or maybe like taking a Band-Aid out of the wrapper a little bit. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
There's some technique there. So and then we add another layer of cat food. Oh, God. Another layer of cat food, and spread that around like that. Yeah.
Hey, that's my job. I got this.
Just trying to help a little bit, Sally.
That's my it'll make me hurt if you take that. Wait a minute, I got one more.
Okay. Bombs away. Let me help you with that.
I got it.
All right, all right. And a little dry cat. No. Little dry cat treats there too, Sally.
Wait a minute. That's squishy. Here, I want to add some of this stuff.
Oh.
Cats love that.
All right, another layer of pussin' whipping.
Oh, perfect!
And then another layer, and you just keep repeating until you get to the top.
I see a bit of horse hoof there. Is
Is
that okay?
is that a horse hoof? It kind of looks like a toenail.
Oh. Horse have toenails?
Do horse, well?
They have a big toenail.
Really big toenail.
It's a hoofy. It's horse and hoofing.
All right, more cat food, please, Sally. Stat.
Oh, let's see.
The smell is remarkable.
Fantastic. You could see their fingers.
Looks foul.
Looks familiar.
Is this what a meal at Sally's house is like?
I think so, because this is like brain puree. This is perfect. Oh. All right, I'm going to smear it around.
Smear it around, okay. You want to add some dry food to that?
Oh, I want to... Wait.
No. Down.
Fine, I'll put this on.
Okay, and then we'll do some...
Puss and whipping. Puss and whipping
on
Puss
top.
and whipping.
And then another layer. Just quite simply...
Oh. This is so bad.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm going to do this one.
Move this cheese out of the way.
Are you tempted?
Oh,
that's
no.
the best one
God.
yet.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
It makes a great sound.
Fantastic. Put some dry on there, too. We'll just open these up here. Of course. Another strata, and you just keep layering, quite simply. Keep layering them.
Yeah, put the horse and spraying on.
You get to the top.
Wait, I can do this. You need more horse and spraying. I don't know, I think
and
I
I
want to
forget
eat
the
this.
spraying. I forgot the spraying.
You'll double spraying this time.
Oh.
That's so bad.
Oh, God. I'm going to have nightmares tonight.
I don't know. It smells like comfort food for me.
Well, there's probably a couple workers who fell in the vats there at Purita.
I think I see a bit of finger
Anyway,
right there.
you just keep layering it until you reach the top of the dish. Now, you don't put this in the oven. No. To make this casserole congeal, you actually put it in the freezer for 20 years or so, or until the price of decent cuts of meat can't be bought with your retirement checks. Sally, would you mind? We thawed this portion so I could feed it to Bartholomew Archimedes von Puss, my cat, but I can't get him to come out of his hiding place. I can't get him to come out of his hiding place for this segment.
Let me know how that tastes.
Oh well, when in Rome.
Why don't you get back and cat around for something meaty during tonight's intermission?
Here, Barfy Puss. Here, girl.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Delicious things to eat. The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
All right, you Pink Panther, I know you in there. Come out at once. All right, you Pink Panther, I know you're in there. Come on at once. All right, you Pink Panther, I know you're in there. Come out. All right. I know you're there. Please don't come out.
It was a dark and terrible time for cats everywhere.
Amelia Carson is dead. We are alone on a jumbled, dark, confusing plain. If ever you hear cats, hear now.
Underrated.
I've seen Errol Flynn do this 100 times.
Underappreciated.
And from Fernbridge this week, a cruel, cruel story that shows the degradation we poor and unloved cats are subjected to.
Shakespeare did not write the plays and sonnets attributed to him.
Worst of all, overlooked.
It was his cat.
Shakespeare's Cat, a full-length feature film about cats, by cats, and for cat lovers.
He can do it all.
It's the glory of cats.
I can ride bareback on a bronco. I can do everything in sight.
You don't know the truth about cats until you've seen Shakespeare's Cat.
This, methinks, I've got to see.
See the meow heard around the world.
When you own pets, there's never a dull moment.
Hi, did you know that for just the price of one opening weekend movie ticket, you can find out if this cat survives A Quiet Place Day 1? Text the number on your screen and buy your tickets now, or you might never know.
Forgotten song.
Dear Kitten, since I have hissed at you the customary 437 times, it is now my duty as the head of the household to begrudgingly welcome you. Perhaps you are here to replace me, but I must do my duty and educate you on your new surroundings, as Maximilian once did for me. Rest in peace. Dear Kitten, this room here is basically a crapshoot. Either you get the petting of your life, and I mean two hands, like you don't even know what's going on, or they just lie there and don't do anything. For hours, it's weird. Oh, and I should also point out, on special occasions, they will leave the underwear drawer open to signal their appreciation of me. Just to be clear, it's my spot. It's perfect in there. It's like sleeping surrounded by underwear. Well, I mean, that's exactly what it is. Dear Kitten, you should be aware that there are two kinds of food. The first is sort of a dehydrated brown niblet. I think they gave us these because they're training us to be astronauts. Just a guess. The second kind is wet food. It is so special they keep it in little armored metal casings that no claw can penetrate. With no claws to speak of, the humans can somehow open them. It's like some dark magic. Dear Kitten, I should warn you of the monster known as Vacuum. It can eat and yell at the same time, and I've seen it eat everything. Seriously, like a paperclip and 2 cat toys. Didn't even flinch. To hide from Vacuum, you may use the curtains of invisibility. Oh yeah, you're good. Good hiding. Oh boy. Dear Kitten, one final note. Once in a while you might see a little red dot. I'm going to tell you this right now. It is real, and it can be caught. I did it once. I held it for a full minute, but when I lifted my paws, it was gone. So, Kitten, welcome to the household. You'll do just fine.
I'm waiting for the pizza I ordered to be delivered. And I want to keep it that way. That's it. Gotta go. Bye. Gee, I wonder who's at the door. It couldn't be a pizza because nobody ordered a pizza. It must be a special delivery letter. Certainly not a pizza. Here's your money. Give me the pizza. Goodbye. I did it! And I didn't forget anything! How could anyone eat a jumbo, mushroom, pineapple, sausage, olive, onion, meatball, Canadian bacon, and pimento pizza all by himself?
It's 10 p.m. somewhere in the world. Do you know where your cats are? This has been a public service announcement from the National Bureau of Domestic Feline Affairs.
Pink vandal! I almost caught you that time, defacing public property.
Coffee, KOFY, Stereo TV 20, San Francisco.
It's so good to be able to get together with you to watch one of my favorite horror films from the And That Video series. And we're going to watch it together. So I want you to get set. Igor, tell the folks the name of this monster flick. Yeah.
Yeah, he died. Yeah, Igor's dead. Prolapsed colon.
That's the one. That's the one. Good boy, Igor.
Cinema Insomnia now returns you to our feature presentation.
Yes, Mr. Lobo, I've heard all about you, and I'm glad that you called. Say hello to Cleopatra.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
You want to go ahead and act fast, because if you don't, it could result in the cat spraying, marking, having impacted molars, and virulent anti-Semitism. So you want to go ahead and get on that right now. Now, to lure the cat out, the first thing you have to do is build a scale ladder all the way up to the nearest opening in the wall. And if there is no opening in the wall, you're going to want to take a sledgehammer, you're going to want to get a number 3A from Home Depot, and you're going to want to bash a hole in the wall as hard as you can.
I don't want to do that either.
You're going to want to set aside martini shaker. You're going to take that martini shaker, you're going to fill it up with 2% milk. You're then going to go and get some imported anchovies. Domestic is not going to work. You're going to want to travel to perhaps your local Nugget, your local Sprouts, your Whole Goods, your Trader Joe's, your Lobster Dick's, your Famous Freddy's, or your Racist Ron's. And then you're going to get that 2% milk. You're going to mix it up in the martini shaker. You're going to shake it up really, really good. They say don't shake. They say stir, but that's not actually accurate. You're going to want to shake it up. You're going to want to lay it out. Perhaps in a martini glass would be nice. That is actually the best option for you. But another option would be to make kind of a little bento box. So you put the martini in one side of the bento box, and then on the other side of the bento box, you're going to want to, an aperitif, perhaps a wine wafer, maybe a communion wafer if your cat is Catholic.
No, that's really a bad idea. I mean, we're already doing all of this ridiculousness. We've got all these stupid toys, and I'm wearing these dumb cat ears. I don't know, I just have a bad feeling about this. You're not dreaming. You're watching Cinema Insomnia, sponsored by Puss and Whippin', cat food topping from the makers of Horse and Milkin'. Add a little pss, pss, pss to your bowl today. Cats love its creamish-like taste. Hope you enjoyed tonight's intermission. If you're just waking up from a cat nap, I'm your host, Mr. Lobo. Lobo? Wolf? Furry animal? This is my co-host, Miss Mittens. I mean, that's basically a cat name if you really think about it. This is Miss Mittens' tumor, Countess Bloodstain.
Ass. I'm also single-handedly saving the show. I'm actually the only one here that actually likes cats.
You know, some of Mr. Lobo's best friends are cats, okay? Cat Stevens, Cat Diesel, Cat of Nine Tails, Cat Baloo, Bobcat Goldthwait, Caterpillar. You know, because of our sponsor, the network has a cat executive producer, the mighty Huey, making sure the program is up to fluff and cat-friendly. To summarize the film so far, let's see what cat lover John Stanley has to say about tonight's feature in his famous movie guide.
But I, Countess Blood Sugar, will be translating John's movie review for cats. I've already been inserted into selected scenes with a patented process that we call catovision.
Doesn't work. Frozen Dead.
Mew.
The
Mew.
1966. Don't give it a cold shoulder. It's a chilling, ha-ha tale depicting loyal Nazi Dana Andrews speaking in an accent that borders on parody, who devises a method to keep German soldiers alive in suspended animation. But something is wrong with their brains, and the doctor has a cellar full of mindless Nazis. The doc drills a hole in a brain, severs the head of a strangled woman and keeps it alive, and creates a wall of severed arms that he can tingle back to life with electricity. Mad, you say? Yes, isn't writer, director, producer Herbert J. Leader wonderful? Anna Polk portrays the doctor's niece who enters into telepathic rapport with the detached head. And Philip Gilbert, a specialist in severed heads from America, provides bland love interest. Thanks for the bland love interest, John. And now, the second half of tonight's feature, Der Frozen Dead.
In Catovision.
Yes?
Are you all right?
Yes.
Unlock the door. What was it? A nightmare? I'll get you a sedative.
Please stay with me.
Was it that bad?
Yes. I saw Elsa's body being buried. But her body didn't have a head. Then there was a flash of her head separated from her body in some kind of a dark cave. She seemed as if she was trying to speak to me. But no sound came from her lips. I guess that must have been when I screamed. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Don't apologize. We all have our dreams. Sometimes they're quite beautiful.
I'd appreciate that sedative. There's one there on the dresser.
How'd you like to show a visiting American a bit of your village and countryside?
That's right. She was standing right there with her back towards me, waiting for the train.
So you never once got a glimpse of her face?
That's right, Miss Norberg. I wish I could be more helpful.
Well, thanks anyway, Mr. Bailey.
Even if you had a photograph of your friend, it wouldn't have been much use. Mr. Bailey didn't see her face.
Look, Elsa's baggage. Stop him. Stop that man in grey.
I'm behaving like some sort of a nut. You tell me to run and off I go. Even if those were your friend's valises, what was I supposed to do about it? Grab them and run off with them?
They were hers. I'd know them any place.
Of course, there are none like hers.
You've never believed a word I've said. Why should you now? I've got to find out who that man is.
What's it?
Mr. Bailey,
Yes, miss?
the man in grey who just caught the train to London. Do you know who he is?
Oh, I've only had a few passengers today. Oh, you mean Smith? Ah, Smith. Spelled S-M-I-T-H. With his thick German accent, you'd think it would be Schmidt.
Do you know where he lives?
Oh, somewhere around here, I should imagine.
Thank you, Mr. Bailey.
Glad to be of help, Miss Norberg.
Mr. Smith? Yes? May I speak to you for a moment, please?
I was on my way out.
It is very important.
Who are you?
My name's Jean Norberg.
Come in.
I'll only stay a moment. Do you have a husband?
Husband?
What I mean is, was it your husband or somebody that lives here that went to London by train about half an hour ago?
What are the reasons for your questions?
He was carrying 2 pieces of baggage that belonged to my friend. I wanted to ask him when he'd seen her.
My husband? He knows no other women.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to imply anything.
Whatever you mean. My husband did not take any train today. That was yesterday. He is out now, walking.
I'm sorry.
That is all right. We all make mistakes.
Thank you.
Look up. You look half dead. Have they been eating?
It is that head. It will destroy all of us.
Oh, calm yourself, Carl. You know it can't do anything to you.
Why not? It is affecting them.
More likely it is the way you feel which is affecting them. They haven't seen the head yet.
Are you trying to blame their condition on me?
Someone is coming to this door.
You want us to bring a cat into the studio? You say Mr. Lobo needs his own cat. Look, sir, we already have our own feline. Mr. Lobo is indeed a bona fide cat person, honest, all right? Bartholomew Von Puss Puss is around here somewhere. She's just been hiding in the walls of the studio for a few decades. But we'll get her to come out. You say cats want to see other cats. Okay, we got it. The real Seven Girl? The real Seven Girl's definitely a cat. I saw her being brought in a carrier. Hold on. Cinnamon-san will be right back. I don't know what kind of cat she is.
Garfield phone. It's feature-packed with tone or pulse dialing
I gave that up.
and last number redial.
Oh, I don't believe it.
When you're talking, Garfield's awake. When you hang up,
Bye.
he goes back to sleep.
That's better.
The Garfield phone, available at Grace Brothers, phone shops and selected gift shops. As Garfield says,
I won't answer to any other cat.
It's 10 p.m. somewhere in the world. Do you know where your cats are? This has been a public service announcement from the National Bureau of Domestic Feline Affairs.
Stephen King, your favorite novelist and master of modern horror, has written his first motion picture screenplay. It combines all the elements of his creative imagination. Lovable pets, classic cars, quiet evenings, favorite films. Kill the son of a... Good idea. Adorable kids.
Help me. It's after me.
And of course, a monster or two. Experience a series of electrifying adventures as seen through Stephen King's Cat's Eye.
Where's your sense of humor?
Stephen King's Cat's Eye.
Get one.
Just thinking about it. Get this on Doritos.
I don't need to wait for you. I'll get my own Doritos. Thank you very much. I'm already sitting. I already told myself to sit. Oh, yeah. Who's smart now?
And now it's time for the lucky Real 7 Feline, the kitty chosen by you, the loyal Catsomniacs out there, to introduce the next reel of tonight's film, The Frozen Dead, and hopefully boost ratings with cats and cat fanciers aged 19 to 45 in the third part of our program. Come on out there, pretty. Psst, psst, psst. Come on.
Let me die.
I thought there was a cat in there. Fake Jan? What are you doing here?
Let me die.
Still the same old Jan, huh? Come on. It's just us, all right? Do you have any cats at home?
Yes, and you don't want to know what they did to my pan.
Really? Did they lap up your drippings?
That is just a small sample of my telepathy.
I guess that's using your head.
Oh, wow, head jokes. How original. Never heard any of those.
All right, would you just like to introduce the next reel of tonight's movie?
No.
Okay, well, great. We'll just put these on.
Let me die.
She's still got it.
Carl, you could have killed him. I had to stop him. Not by murder. It could have been an accident. Carl, it is just not like it was in the old days when the party had to do such things for political reasons. What are you going to tell him? Something of the truth. Make it plausible. You are going to be all right, Doctor.
Oh, my head.
It's a slight brain concussion.
What happened?
A most unfortunate accident.
It felt like an avalanche. Did you bring me here?
No. I did.
What happened?
Dr. Norberg will tell you. Dr. Roberts, my brother is, he's mentally ill. He is sometimes violent. He has been this way ever since his experiences in a concentration camp. I brought him here with me 20 years ago, hoping to cure him.
Jean's father?
Yes, but she knows nothing about him. She thinks he is dead. My brother broke loose and he attacked you. It was lucky that I heard him.
Miss Norberg, let me have the address of Mrs. R. Schmidt. Or rather, Smith.
16 Horace Street, Inspector.
16 Horace Street. Miss Norberg, you needn't fret about whether the story you've just told me is credible or not. It's my job to check everything out.
Thank you.
And by the way, Miss Norberg, keep an eye on Carl Essen and don't let anyone know of your visit here. It might be dangerous for you.
It's incredible how you've been able to hide Jean's father here all these years.
Well, the walls are soundproofed, and Carl is a great help. I really can't understand why he was so lax as to leave the door open. Sometimes my brother is very belligerent. Perhaps Carl has been working too hard these days.
He's very tense, I can tell you.
Yes.
The whole house is, if you ask me.
You mean Jean, too?
Especially Jean. She's certain that her friend did not leave voluntarily.
I'm afraid she may be right.
What do you mean?
Doctor, what I tell you must be between us as scientists. Do I have your word?
Yes, you do.
You know how you were attacked. Well, Elsa, Jean's friend, was killed by my brother.
But
it wouldn't do anyone any good to tell Jean or the police. And I didn't want her to be burdened with the knowledge that her father was not only mad, but a murderer.
But a murder must be reported.
Yes, Doctor. That is true. But her unfortunate death seemed to be the perfect solution to the problem of my experiment. To obtain a human brain to study. There are doctors who experiment with their own lives to gain medical knowledge and advance science. Why could I not close my eyes to the law just this once and use a dead person to help? Her life was gone already.
You used her head. You kept it alive.
See for yourself. If it were not for your papers, I never could have done this.
It's absolutely fantastic.
I hoped you would be impressed.
Your nutrition goes through here. Your oxygen through here. Wonderful. Can she see? Hear? Talk? Think? React?
As a doctor, you know that I do not have these answers yet. Perhaps we can find them together. At the moment, the oxygen and glucose are at a minimum, and she is in a state of unconsciousness. But if I increase them, she will open her eyes and her facial expressions will change. So I know that she responds to a certain degree. What I hope to do is to find the right nerves in the brain. Attach the wires which motivate the arms to her, and then tell her to move them. Now, I will turn on the nutrition. What's this?
It's a great achievement, Dr. Norberg. First, a blank expression, then that hatred. She certainly is alive.
And you will assist me?
Yes.
With your promise that no one will hear of this, especially Jean.
You have my word.
There's your ball.
The bow. The bow. The bow.
What are you all frightened of? What's the matter with you?
Tonight, you.
Me. Help me.
This isn't working. Mr. Lobo's cat's not coming out to play. Time for desperate measures. This one here's catnip-scented lure drives them crazy. Maybe now they'll start biting. Ow. And speaking of taking the bait, Cinema Insomnia will be right back.
I used to be a cat. Every day the same. I'd be aloof till lunch, then coldly indifferent after. To me, everything was just Yeah. Then it hit me. Why be so cat? Why not be a bit more dog? I mean, look at the world today. It's amazing. Running, amazing. Chasing cars, amazing. Sticks, amazing. Carpe diem. It means grab the frisbee. Maybe we should all be a bit more dog.
Be more dog. O2.
It's 10 p.m. somewhere in the world. Do you know where your cats are?
Spring of 1997, they fired up a business partnership. Suzanne started a very good polo team.
She started the club with Roberta.
This has been a public service announcement from the National Bureau of Domestic Feline Affairs.
Captain Kirk, you interfere with me, you'll change history.
Stop it! Stop it! What are you? In there!
Malfunctioning. Rocket is deviating from program flight path.
You can destroy it, of course.
You can't. We're going to lay an H-bomb on somebody somewhere.
Computers indicate an impact somewhere in the heart of the Euro-Asian continent.
Get me the president.
Roberta, you've got to let me finish what I started, or World War III will begin in 6 minutes.
And all of this could have been prevented if Claude had been there. He'd climb into his box and all would have been right in the world again. See, that's the power of Cat in the Box Day. Speaking of which, would you like to get into your box? No, maybe not. Oh, hey, you know, my phone's been a little quiet. I don't think it rang the last time, so maybe whoever's been calling finally gave up. Anyway, enjoy the conclusion of Black Christmas, and I will finish hanging the Lost Claude posters. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Have you seen Claude? Have you seen Claude? Have you? I don't know. I haven't seen him.
And now it's time for another Insomniac mail sack. Ooh, it's a big one. Got Sally with me here.
Hi.
Oh.
I want to see what's in the box.
Hold on here. Ooh, we have a package. I think it's from Huey, maybe, and a bunch of neighborhood cats.
Sounds like it.
Ugh. Ugh. What in the world? What? Ugh! This doesn't belong to you, does it?
No. Some cat is having a good night.
How about this?
Cats do shoes? It's a cornucopia of kitty toys. Look at that.
Oh, look, a dead mouse?
Ah!
Another dead mouse. Dead birds.
Oh,
a hair tie, rubber bands, and a letter. Let's see here. Mr. Lobo, I'm Huey, and I'm a cat. Oh, look, and there's a picture of Huey right there. I'm your biggest fan, because my great-great-grandpa Tiger, and then there's a picture of Tiger over here, watched Creature Features, yay, Bob and John. Actually, this is pretty good writing for a cat, now that I think about it. I'm teaching my kittens, Arlo and Bold, and then of course there they are, Bold and Arlo, and our pug dog Coco, to watch cinema Insomnia. And then there they are, all of them all on the couch there watching. Because there are no bad movies. The Frozen Dead was Tiger's fave movie with Godzilla and Zardoz. Those are some interesting cat movies. Thank you, Knights and people behind the scenes, Goiter. That's good night for Insomniacs. Huey, Wow, and there's a huge legal disclaimer. No part does the Mighty Huey or any part of this corporate entities take any legal or financial responsibility for anything that may happen in his involvement with the Cinema, Insomnia, and OSI 74 International. Mighty Huey TM will not be held responsible for embezzlement, credit fraud, theft, chalky milk smuggling, or marriage or profit. Marriage for profit. This episode is not an elaborate financial scam.
The smart cat.
Trust me, I'm just a cat.
Meow.
Boy, well, thanks, Huey. Well, I hope you like the changes that we've made to the show.
Oh, hey, don't get rid of that box.
What? Why?
Don't you know about Cat in a Box?
Cat in a Box? No.
Oh, yeah, cats love to sit in boxes.
Uh-huh.
And I was just thinking about your problem, trying to get your shy kitty to come out. If you set a box out and just wait, I bet he would jump in there.
She. All right. Well, I guess let's try that during the next reel of tonight's movie.
Your uncle's a brilliant man.
You seem very interested in his work this morning.
I'm sorry, Gene. You know what we scientists are? A new concept, and we're carried away.
In case it gets lost, I will put it in Dr. Mailbag's file.
I'll probably be busy with your uncle tonight. But how about dinner tomorrow night?
Do you think you could concentrate on me?
Well, Gene, you remember Inspector Witt?
Of course I remember him.
He just called up to ask if he could stop by for a chat.
An old boyfriend, eh?
Uncle, may I see your lab?
My lab? I'm surprised that you asked this. You have never shown an interest in it before.
Oh, I'm sort of curious, I guess.
Well, of course, you can see it if you want to. No reason why you cannot. As soon as Dr. Roberts and I have completed an experiment we are working on.
Thank you.
Will you excuse us?
Excuse me, Gene.
Huey, it's your favorite.
Relax, Carl. Jean is not coming down until we are ready, and when she does, we will hide everything.
Dr. Norberg, why don't you tell her about her father? If she knows he is alive and we are trying to help him, she will stop looking around.
Well, she has only a normal girl's curiosity. That is all.
And why is that inspector coming here?
It's nothing important, I'm sure.
Suppose he starts to get curious.
Why should he, after all these years? Carl, what's gotten into you?
I am worried about Jean. What does she know? More than we think, I tell you.
Nonsense, Carl. If I tell her about her father, I will have to explain why he looks so young. When I have met in the concentration camp, she has always understood I meant we were prisoners, not Nazi administrators.
You should have told her the truth when she was a child.
And have her live with guilt? No. Why should she? She is innocent. Oh, this is Dr. Roberts. Let him in, please.
That head. I'm glad it cannot speak.
Oh, come in, Dr. Roberts. Are you ready?
Ready, Doctor?
Oh, march out, please, Carl.
She's conscious.
Yes. There is nothing we can do about that now, Dr. Roberts.
I don't think I can go on. Her eyes.
Yes, I understand. Oh, Carl, a towel, please.
Perhaps Mr. Essen can give us a lead.
Well, he has the afternoon off.
He's been with you ever since you arrived from Germany, hasn't he?
Yes.
Any family?
None that I know of, no.
Would you ask him if he'd call in and see me tomorrow?
I'll be glad to, Inspector.
Well, thank you very much for your time and cooperation, Dr. Norberg.
Always glad to be of assistance, Inspector.
Thank you. Oh, by the way, do you know the Smith people in the village? They're Germans.
No, I don't believe I ever heard of them.
Do you think Carl Essen knows them?
I'll be glad to ask him, Inspector.
No, don't bother. I'll be chatting with him myself tomorrow. I enjoyed the tea.
Goodbye, Inspector.
Will you talk now?
I've told you again and again. No one knows of our project. I swear it.
And you never heard of the Smiths?
I do not know of any Smiths.
Perhaps a little more persuasion will make you remember. Debits.
You would think the war was still on. It is. I just told you what I suspected the inspector had on his mind, not that I had any base for it.
We cannot take any chances, Herr Doctor. You did the right thing.
So, after my graduation, I went into research. Jean? Jean?
Hmm? Oh, I'm sorry.
Am I that dull?
No. It's just that my mind seems to be constantly drawn to the laboratory.
You'll see it soon. We're nearly finished our experiment.
Tell us, the General, what you told me.
Well?
I know the Smiths, my family. They know nothing. I am loyal party man.
Why didn't we know of your relationship to them?
I was afraid.
You have neglected your duty.
They helped me to get things for the doctor. Did not want to tell him where they came from, but I got them anyway.
What things?
Arms. A heart.
I thought they came from the morgue.
No. You needed them. Morgue would not cooperate, so got them anyway.
You and your family committed murder?
You needed them. I am loyal party member.
Go to your room, Essen.
You think he's telling us the truth?
Go see the Smith. Hurry.
You okay? Careful, Sally. I don't know if we should make any noise, you know.
Oh, that's right. There's a cat and there's a box.
Mm-hmm.
And soon there will be a cat in the box.
Let's hope so.
There's a mouse in a box.
Well, there's nothing in the box yet, but I can hear Bartholomew moving through the walls. You know, I'm really hoping he comes out to sit in the box.
Well, he has to. It's a box, and that's a cat. And you always have a cat in the box because there's a box and there's a cat. So there has to be a cat in the box any second.
Well, if you'd like to send us a box with something actually in it.
That's something
Something heavy, something expensive, or something neat, or yes?
Right. You can reach Mr. Lobo or Sally at OSI 74, Box 74, at Glen, Pennsylvania, 19310.
Cinema Insomnia will be right back.
Why do cats stare when you're pouring milk? It's like they know it's only a matter of time. Time. The only thing between them and opposable thumbs. Imagine that. Cats with thumbs. And what if they got together? Gangs of cats with thumbs. An organized army with one thing on their mind. Cravendale. Well, jog on, kitties.
It's 10 p.m. somewhere in the world. Do you know where your cats are? This has been a public service announcement from the National Bureau of Domestic Feline Affairs.
What is this place? I brought you here to bury Alan's cat.
Daddy, is church all right?
Why, Judd? I had my reasons.
I dreamed he got hit by a car and you and Mr. Crandall buried him in the pet cemetery.
What did we do tonight, Judd? What we did, Lois, was a secret.
May the Lord bless you and keep you.
Has anyone ever buried a person up there?
May the Lord make his face to shine upon you.
You're thinking thoughts best not thought of.
Daddy's gonna do something really bad.
You're thinking of putting him up there. Don't deny the thought hadn't crossed your mind. Come back to me, Gage. Come back to us.
Paramount Pictures presents Stephen King's all-time best-selling tale of horror. Pet Cemetery.
Oh, I'm a kitty cat. My name is Banana. Where's my f***ing milk?
Okay, someone has eaten all the cat food and polished off all the pussin' whipping.
Ooh, and someone's made a number 2 in the cat litter. Ugh.
Someone must have jumped into that box, and they're still here. Oh, Bartholomew. Oh, Barfy Puss.
The cat in the box.
Shh, shh, shh. We got her. Cinema Insomnia now returns to They're Frozen Dead.
Jean,
Yes?
do you remember your father? Or your mother?
No. I guess that's why good friends mean so much to me.
You mean Elsa?
Yes.
Just Elsa? No one else?
He wasn't in his room. I found him upstairs. He tried to kill Dr. Roberts and Jean Norberg.
Where is she?
They're both all right. Just frightened.
I'd better go to her. Wait. You heard she's all right?
They think it was an accident.
They do not know he pushed the flower pot off the window ledge.
Oh, she may need me. Please, General. Wait, Herr Doctor.
He knows too much.
What do you mean? He is hysterical. He probably doesn't even realize what he is saying or doing.
Kill her. I say kill her.
I'd better give him a sedative. What good would a sedative do? What then? In there. Tippets. Lower the temperature. Now we can proceed with your test, Herr Doctor. Tippets, call Dr. Roberts down. We cannot waste time, Herr Doctor. Herr Doctor, I said we cannot waste time. Your niece is all right. Yes. How is Jean?
Frightened, but she'll be fine. Doctor, you ought to check those flower pots. They're dangerous.
Yes, I will. Herr Doctor, you were waiting for Dr. Roberts. Oh, yes.
Where's Carlson?
He had to leave suddenly.
That's strange. He was so anxious to be here for the test.
Something urgent, he said. Shall we proceed? Yes. Are you ready, Doctor?
Ready.
You have no willpower of your own. You will obey my commands. At the count of 3, you will raise your arms. 1, 2, 3. Did you check the connections carefully, Doctor?
Yes, when we finish this afternoon.
I'd like to see the chart myself. Check the connections.
Well, don't you have it?
No?
Well, then I guess Essen has got it. Where does he file things?
He doesn't. Nothing leaves this laboratory unless I take it.
But I thought he said...
I remember seeing Carl looking at it.
Can't you call him?
No. I'm afraid I can't. Herr Doctor, is it impossible that she just refuses to obey? She has no willpower of her own.
I've never been convinced of that, Dr. Norbert.
I tell you, she hasn't.
I must point out, Doctor, with due respect to your work, that neither of us has seen any evidence of will or lack of willpower.
I tell you, I know. I know!
Yes, Doctor, yes.
Don't humor me! No, Doctor. Pull yourself together. No, you...
Will you excuse me?
Herr Doctor. Herr Doctor, control yourself.
Tuna.
Go to your niece. I'd better go to my niece. As brilliant a scientist that he is, Norvax is also a fool. Just like Essen.
I'm really bad at this.
It's that chart.
Yes. But why did he want to kill the girl and Dr. Roberts?
He said she knew too much. Perhaps he was not as hysterical as Dr. Norberg suggested.
You think she knows?
Yes.
If she suspects or knows anything of our project, and what happened to her friend here, everything would go.
20 years of work.
Must look like an accident.
Tuna. Tuna. Gross.
Barfy Puss. Barfy Puss. Come on out. I got your favorite ball for you.
And I've got a ball for you, Mr. Lobo. Or 3, or 10, or 100.
Igor,
Yes?
we need to talk. Cinema Insomnia will be right back.
Let's go, Walter. Up to you.
Walter, 12 o'clock.
Come on, bud, you're scaring him. Walter, Walter.
One evening as the sun went down and the jungle fire was burning.
Okay, last one.
Came a hobo hiking. And he said, "Boys, I'm not afraid. I'm headed for a land that's far away beside the crystal fountain. So come with me, we'll go and see the big rock candy mountain."
That is incredible.
I know, right? It's the multi-flex tailgate. It can be a step, you can extend the bed, it can even become a workspace.
I meant the cat.
What's so great about him? He didn't have a workspace. He's a cat.
The Chevy Silverado with the available multi-flex tailgate.
Walter, go get some firewood.
Find new adventures. Find new roads. Chevrolet.
It's 10 p.m. somewhere in the world. Do you know where your cats are? This has been a public service announcement from the National Bureau of Domestic Feline Affairs.
He's back. Good evening. And we're back.
to what great movies are all about.
Hey, what the hell is this? Hey, listen, you can't do this to me. I've got friends in this town.
Outrageous, fun-making thrills.
I didn't know there was a pool down there.
He's back. The character who runs rings around his enemies in Diamonds Are Forever. Forever, forever. And they're back. Some rare facets of female bondage.
Well, that's quite a nice little nothing you're almost wearing. I approve.
I don't dress for the hired help.
Starring Jill St. John, Charles Gray, and he's back as Blofeld, 007 style.
Good evening, 007.
Sean Connery, alias James Bond 007, is back in action.
Diamonds are forever, 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 forever.
Where did you come from, Igor?
I was in the walls, of course.
You? You were in the walls of the studio this whole time?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see my cat? Bartholomew Archimedes von Puss Puss?
Beats me. Never saw a cat. It's not like someone made a nest out of his bones.
Her bones?
Oh.
No, I suppose that wouldn't be a thing that would happen. So, you never saw a senior cat in there?
Nope.
So who was that eating the cat food?
Oh, me.
Stealing the cat toys?
Me.
Scratching up the furniture and leaving headless mice in the middle of the floor?
Also me. And making boom booms in the litter box.
Mr. Lobo has to strangle a puppet. Let's return to reel 10 of Der Frozen Dead.
Wait.
What have you done with my cat?
Let me go, Ted. I've got to get in there.
I'll let you in. But first I must talk to you.
I can't wait. Elsa needs me. Is she in there?
Yes.
I must go in.
I don't have the key. But if I don't prepare you for what you're likely to see, I can't be responsible for the consequences.
I want to help you, Jean. Try this, it'll relax you.
Thank you. Water, please.
Oh, there's none here. I'll go and get some for you.
Is it that bad?
Yes, it is. And Jean, please don't ask any questions until you've heard it all. Do you remember my joking with you about that dream when your friend was buried without her head? Well, that's just what happened.
Dead. But I feel she's alive.
Please, Jean, I want to continue. It was your father who did it. He didn't know what he was doing. I don't know how to explain it. I just went along with your uncle's suggestion. She was dead. Couldn't hurt her.
Where is my father?
I believe he's in a room beyond the laboratory.
He's been there all those years. I don't believe it. Why didn't my uncle tell me?
Perhaps to spare your feelings.
I want to see my father. I must.
He wouldn't know you, I'm sure. Besides, he's dangerous.
Don't come near me.
I'm trying to help you. Jean, I made a mistake. I know that. But I didn't create this whole situation. Don't blame me for it.
Poor Elsa. She wanted to leave. You're not to blame. No!
What is it?
I don't know. It was as though someone tore the glass out of my hand.
This isn't water. We better get out of here quickly.
I'm not going.
Somebody put something in that bottle for you.
Why?
Perhaps to keep you from discovering Elsa? Oh, no. No. It wasn't me. I love you, Jean. We're going to the police right away.
I'm not leaving here with you.
But, Jean,
If you mean what you say, find Inspector Witt and bring him here.
I can call him.
No, bring him here.
All right. Keep the doors locked when I leave here. And open them for nobody until I return. Is that agreed?
I'll open them for no one.
Please. Be careful.
What are you doing out here? I've been busting my ass with this Catovision trying to save our jobs and this crappy movie, and you're just out here, what, playing with boxes and strangling puppets? And this time, that's not a euphemism.
Are you finished? Something really bad is going down, all right? My key card won't work. My direct deposit's been canceled. I can't log into Abacus. Even the phone's dead. Apparently, Mr. Smithy wants to have a little talk with us.
Yeah, and I think I know what he's gonna say.
Oh? Do you really think he's gonna make you the host of the show?
What, like it's hard? I've done it before. Cinema Insomnia will be right back.
Yellow Fever here. You're not dreaming. You're watching Cinema Insomnia with Mr. Lobo. Awooga!
What is that?
There's a ship.
It's 10 p.m. somewhere in the world. Do you know where your cats are? This has been a public service announcement from the National Bureau of Domestic Feline Affairs.
Hello, world! This is the event mankind has been waiting for.
That risque rascal, that far-out feline. Fritz the cat is back. He's come a long way, baby. And now he's up to his tail in outrageous adventures. In the 9 lives of Fritz the cat. Meet Fritz the Kraut.
This conquest of the world thing is just to get attention. I was not conscious of that.
Fritz the Continental.
These chicks know where it's at by the time they're 11.
Fritz the Casanova.
Want to drop your phony inhibitions and love your fellow man?
Fritz in the White House.
Stop kissing my hand.
You'll meet Morris.
It's tough to find that good pickle.
Duke.
Fritz, you ain't changed a bit. You still don't know where it's at.
Juan.
I've been dodging gala balani.
Nicky.
Are you buffalo? You can I rip you off? Get the from my shop. Oh, you can.
Lucifer.
Excuse me, did anyone find an earring?
And God.
Yeah, I've been God for about 3.5 years now.
It's 9 times as funny, 9 times as freaky, 9 times as funky.
It's disgusting.
How dare you? You got no class, man.
As fabulous Fritz out-Fritzes himself in the 9 lives of Fritz the cat.
First of all, Lobo, you're fired. What? But we were pandering so hard. It just isn't working. It's a cat-eat-cat world. You know how it is. Huey's helped us decide the new host and co-host for Cinema Insomnia.
Me, Miss Bittens, Babs, we are ready to get back to work. I was thinking a cat tree somewhere in the studio.
You're canned too, Blood Sugar. Most cats found your catovision boring or insultingly needy. The two characters from the show with the highest TVQ score are Igor and Rad Abrams. So they are going to host the show from here on out. Igor and Rad?
What's up, bitches? You're not dreaming. You're watching the all-new Cinema Insomnia.
Greetings and salivations.
Finally, a movie show produced by cats for cats. I'm your host, and definitely a cat. I'm Rad Abrams, and in the studio, my co-host, Igor.
Meow's it going?
Tonight we're showing my favorite movie. It's Igor, you know the name of that?
The Frozen Dead.
That's it. That's the one, Igor. You got it. That's my favorite movie, Igor. Radical. Look, I got to take a couple of calls, so you take over the show, Igor. Later days, dudes.
Oh, and now, the merciful conclusion of The Frozen Dead.
What are you doing here?
What have you done? Where is my father?
Dr. Roberts told you?
I want to see my father.
Did he? Did Dr. Roberts tell you everything about him?
Yes, yes.
But my poor brother is mad. That it was he who killed your friend.
It wasn't my father. Who was it? Who?
Your Essen saw it himself.
It was Essen who did it.
Essen?
What is it, Elsa? What? Over there.
Don't go any closer, Jeep.
Something behind this wall.
Show it to her, Herr Doctor. Let her see it all. She knows nothing of that. She knows too much. Why not all? There's your friend Essen. Has your uncle told you that he can unfreeze them? Has he told you that your father was one of them too, until he was unfrozen by him?
My father wasn't a Nazi.
Ask your uncle.
You're lying.
No, Jane. It's true.
Mad. All of you.
One of the ingredients of success, no? In our mad world. And now? No, Phil. Can't do that. I must! Slip aside.
What is it, Elsa? What? Bury me. Bury me. Bury me.
Welp, I guess we're officially unemployed.
What do you mean we, Kimosabe? I've got 5 other jobs.
Well, listen, oh, hold on. This is Mr. Lobo. Mr. Lobo, this is terrible. You're never going to believe this. We've been cleaned out. All of our accounts have been drained and our other assets frozen. HUEY was playing us and our sponsor the whole time. And now we're ruined. Really? We've all been scammed? By a cat? You know, Mr. Lobo knew the whole time that he must have been fudging the numbers, because our cat programming was pretty darn.
Yeah.
Where is HUEY now? He's in Ecuador. He married Kogarina Lamore, the Gorilla Sticks heiress. He's richer than God, and with Ecuador's extradition laws, we'll never touch him. Married? The Gorilla Sticks heiress? Oh, you mean Banana? Don't mess with the rebrand. Look, we have no money. But can you stay on and host the show as unpaid interns till the network bounces back?
Oh, you. This. All y'all.
She means yes. Meow? Cut the cat crap. None of that matters now. Thanks for watching Cinema Insomnia.
If you have any information on the whereabouts of Huey, a.k.a. the Mighty Huey, a.k.a. Handsome Boy, a.k.a. Prince Akron of Nigeria, a.k.a. Machine Gun Huey, a.k.a. Huey the Gorilla Sticks King, please contact the National Bureau of Domestic Feline Affairs. In memory of the Snyder family of Freeland, Pennsylvania, and the Sipperly family of Sayre, Pennsylvania.